Awesome interview. If you have missed it, man, you have to check it out.
That's QXC in a nutshell, man. He's a very deep, philosophical guy. And of course, I loved his blog about the Raven, and of course, the follow-up blog about the Raven, which came out a couple days later. He's a great dude, and plays some great StarCraft, has some really cool takes on the game, and is playing as well as we've seen him play this season in the North American Star League.
And as you pointed out earlier, Ben, in the early days of StarCraft 2, he was without a doubt, or at least together with Select, but Select was always considered half Korean, half American. He was without a doubt the premier North American Terran, but ever since guys like Illusion came up, it's like some people still see QXC as their local hero, but others say like, oh no, perhaps it's time that another Terran player is going to carry the torch for us. And of course, the Muslim moved to the North American scene as well. Now he's of course still British, but he's been here for so long right now that a lot of people are starting to see him sort of as at least like one of the players that represents North America at tournaments.
And if we can claim Stefano, we can claim the Muslim.
Well, you guys can't claim Stefano, man. Stefano is one way too much to be a North American.
He's USA all the way.
So we'll see. It's at least, as you said, it's awesome to see QXC play high-level StarCraft, and knowing that he dedicates pretty much all of his time to it right now. I would love to check out the Complexity Gaming House once, because it seems like a really badass house. And I really think it's cool to just go around and check out gaming houses. I think that's awesome.
I like gaming houses. Gaming houses are cool.
Gaming houses are very cool.
We live in one with a bunch of smelly nerds.
Yeah. And Letold, who complains about my speakers every single day. It's like 2:30 in the afternoon, and he knocks on my door like he just woke up. He's like, hey, your speakers are very loud. Well, I could barely hear it, so either my ears are seriously bad, or Todd is just oversensitive. But yes, gaming houses have a lot of beauty, man.
Standard openings, at least for the time being, here on Whirlwind. These guys have spawned in the closer positions. They're both occupying the bottom parts of the map. And should we start seeing any aggression, I do think the push distances are going to be relatively short.
Finale had a really interesting set of games against MMA where he played really well. If you guys have not seen those games, I definitely think it's worth checking them out. Of course, you will be able to watch the VODs eventually, but if you can never watch the VODs, you're going to have to pick up that subscription pass. And Ben, I still think it's worth it.
I think it's totally worth it.
I loved that little video today, like a sneak peek into like the footage that we have. I thought it was super well made. It made me giggle. I thought it was awesome.
I'm looking forward to seeing all that stuff when it is all fine-tuned, polished up, and shiny.
I'm looking forward to see myself in pain after Vibe shot me.
Something else that I really like a lot about the NASL and what we've been doing with our video content is just how well organized it is on our website. Finally, after 3 seasons and about a quarter of the way through Season 4, we can say that the VOD section of our website is very well organized, where you can go and look up individual games from each week. You can look at all the content pieces that we've made from each week. It's all there, both free content and subscriber-only content, in a very easily sortable fashion. So do head over to NASL.tv. Go check out the videos tab, where you can see all of the stuff we've been cranking out. Better
late than never, man, even though never late is better.
Wow, that's a very smart saying. It doesn't apply to me because I'm often late.
You are so late. Late is your middle name.
It's not that. I'm just not in a hurry to get anywhere.
Okay, we see a 1-gate robo opening over here from Finale, who's currently at 28 probes. His Nexus is about to finish up. Of course, QXC dropped his expand a little bit quicker, and he's already mining of double orbital band. So I think QXC so far can be quite pleased with how this game went. I have to add, by the way, guys, our previous game was 100% live as we at T21 in the studio. This game has been played before. I can only imagine it's a very recent game. I'm not sure when it got played. Maybe yesterday, maybe even today's morning, but it is not a live game. People like to know that.
Little bit of, not really aggression out of QXC. He's just out on the map right now with a few Marines, making sure there's no pylons hidden around near his base, making sure that there's nothing that he has to worry about happening. Very passive play, really, from both of these guys. Upgrades not having been started just yet. I swear I thought I saw an engineering bay being built. Oh, there it goes. Just now being started. About 7 minutes into the game. So QXC about to get to work on those important upgrades. Whereas Finale just kind of going up to his Robotech. Hasn't thrown down the robotics bay yet.
No. He opened it really quite safe. He's been chrono boosting quite a few pros, but he's very passive as he went 1-gate robo. He's only going for 1 observer right now. I guess he just wants to see what he's facing. This ramp is pretty big, man, so it's kind of risky to open double or even triple observer. That's something you can do if you really want to rely on gateway units for a long time. He's even going double forts right now, and he's going to spot at least this group of Marines. But with the sentries he has, if he warps in an additional Stalker, he should be more than fine. Has 2 Zealots to absorb a little bit of damage. So I hope that QXC is not going to commit to this, and I don't think he is. Just want to check if there was nothing super greedy going on, like ridiculous quick 3 Nexus.
Yeah, and QXC still just sort of maneuvering around the map with this little Marine hit squad, about 12 Marines marching around. There is an observer nearby. Where'd the observer go?
I'm tracing it in the main base.
Oh, it's in the main base. It's on the move. I don't think QXC's spotted it just yet, but you've got to think that he'll be keeping his eyes peeled for it. Denying that vision is one of the most important facets to high-level Terran play these days.
It was obviously he was going to scan, as you could already see him positioning those Marines. So good pickup there by QXC, certainly considering the fact that was the only observer on the map. Apparently Finale remade it. Finale's going to try to be a little bit aggressive right now, which would be a terrible idea. And I think he knows that as well, as he has double forge, Twilight Console and Robotics Bay going up. Ben, the only way you could play any more greedy than this is warp in an additional Nexus. But that is literally the only way you could be more greedy than this.
Yeah, he's doing it all right now off of these 2 bases, and really did not make any sort of commitment with that aggression. Scratched the paint on that bunker a little bit and then just walked away. I just wanted to see exactly what QXC had and exactly what QXC was willing to show him to reveal in the face of that kind of feigned aggression.
I mean, 2 medevacs already out on the field, Ben, and 2 more on their way, and soon he might have 1 Colossus, but it still means that if QXC does it really well, he's going to have to split up his army, and only one of those 2 armies is going to be capable of dealing with stimmed bio units under the effect of heal, as there's only going to be a single Colossus on the field. This is going to be quite a tough defense for Finale, Ben, because he's working on double force. He's investing so much into infrastructure and upgrades, as even charge is going down. He does have thermal lens already, I believe. No, he doesn't. Okay, but still, he's this is going to be quite tough for him to defend.
Tense moment here. QXC's going to fake a drop, see if he can get Finale to take the bait a little bit. Finale is sending some units over. But so many units getting through there, but the Colossus is out, and I think
yeah,
I think he's going to be all right.
He is going to. Well, the Marauders coming up right now, Ben. I don't think he's going to be all right when the Marauders are here. This Colossus will fall. Now the medevacs are arriving as well. Finale is in so much trouble.
Wow, great little poke here by QXC, and Finale being punished a little bit for all that greed. Of course, eventually he's going to stabilize, but look at the damage he's taking, dipping all the way down to 60 supply and below.
I'm not sure if he's going to stabilize, Ben. More units are coming in right now. There's still not additional Colossus on the field. More medevacs joining in the fray. Only a few Stalkers remaining. I think this is the end.
Are you serious right now? GG is called. QXC just walks across the map and wins with quite frankly, a pretty standard little push.
Yeah, great move though with the medevacs. A little bit risky, because that of course means that you can't heal your units, but it was still a great way to at least force your opponent to have a couple of units in the main base, because he doesn't know what we know. The force fields, Ben, they looked okay, but I think a big problem was that the Colossus joined in 3-4 seconds after the force fields went down. If the Colossus was there immediately, those Marines would take so much damage. It's a completely different fight, and the moment that those Marauders squeeze through, well, you cannot keep your Colossus alive if you have nothing to defend your Colossus.
That's when it gets really dicey. Also have to remember that Thermal Lance wasn't ready yet, so that Colossus had to
be in range of Marauders in any case.
The mix to really fight, and that was not what you want in that situation. So QXC goes up 1-0 over Finale. Very nicely done. Yeah,
before we go, man, I would just want to say that this is a proto style that's been around for a long time, and it's been popular for a while. Some players use it, some players don't. I've always found this weird. Like, I don't understand why, if you want to go double forge, why you want to open up with Colossus. Now, of course, it can work, but I feel if you just go for Templar attack first and then go into Colossus, you're going to have that robotics facility just being there, so you can have so many observers on the map that you're going to be super well prepared. And by the time that you would normally have a Colossus, that's also the time that you could have 2 High Templars. And, well, if you either feedback or storm with charge loads, you should survive as well. And it seems like that's a safer option to me.
I feel like we've had that conversation a lot. The Templar tech transition back into Colossi, I feel, is one of the most brutal tech switches in the game. And I wonder why that's maybe fallen out of fashion a little bit.
Yeah, it's like the very first push is hard, because High Templars are so gas intensive that you won't have a lot. But I still feel that's a safer way, for the simple fact that you can have so many observers on the field because you're not using your robo. But that's just me.
Anyways, guys, we do have to thank Twitch TV for their support of that last game. They were our official sponsor of QXC versus Finale game number 1. We'll be back with game number 2 after this short break.